Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Sourdough, and welcome back to another pregame stream. Before I get into it, make sure to follow me on Twitter at StoneKittle. I post a lot of Niners content, a lot of other sports content. Great place, check it out. Also, if you have any questions during the video, make sure to leave them in the live chat or in the comments once the video is over. Also, before I get into it, I just want to address something that came up today. Horrible news out of Nashville. CJ Brother's brother was killed, stabbed. He was stabbed in Nashville. So prayers up to him and his family. Hopefully he recovers from it. Hopefully he can get back on the field soon. Anyways, let's just get right into the game analysis. I am so excited for this game. Week 16 Saturday football. That's always fun. There's been 3 games today. First 2 have been brilliant so far. I know the Bills Patriots is going on right now. And then we got the nightcap. This is probably, in my opinion, obviously my very biased opinion, this is the biggest game. And it because we're playing the Rams. We both need a win. This is a must-win game for both teams, and I think that this is going to be a bloodbath. Let's just put it out there right now. This is going to be a bloodbath. Both teams are going to be eager to win. Both teams need a win to get either keep their season alive or have a better chance of getting further in the playoffs. So let's just get right into the keys of the game. So let's start with the Niners. So I think the key for us is we need to be passing. We need to catch the ball. Let's start with the passing aspect of that. My reason because of that is because one of their starting cornerbacks, Troy Hill, is out of the game. And they're starting, I believe his name is Darius Williams. So if they can, if the Niners can pick on him, then I think we'll be able to utilize that pretty well. Also, catching the ball last week was disgusting on that part. So we're going to need to make sure to catch the ball this week in order to win. Otherwise, we're not really going to make a deep playoff run. So hopefully we can catch the ball a bit more, step it up from last week. So, yeah, that's my key for the offense. And then for the defense, I think we need to stop the run. Last time we played the Rams, this was a problem for us. I know they started the game off with they just pounded at us, kept pounding it at us, and then they got a touchdown out of that. And that was with Darrell Henderson, mind you that. So this time they have Todd Gurley, so it's a bit more of a threat. So we have to make sure that we're stopping the run today or else we're not going to do well at all. Key players for us. I have a few key players for us. So starting off, I'm going to put these two together: Deebo Samuel and Emmanuel Sanders. I think they need to. Those two really struggled last game. I think they really need to step it up. I know Jimmy couldn't find them that much. I think we used Kittle a lot last game. So hopefully they can find them more. I bet they're probably going to be picking on Troy Hill, and then Kendrick Bourne. You could put Kendrick Bourne in that category. I think he had a bit of a better game than the other two receivers, but hopefully they can all really step it up this week. Else maybe we have to put Dante Pettis and Richie James in. So we'll see what happens about that. Another key player on the offense, or key players, I should say, interior lineman. The only reason I'm putting there is because of Aaron Donald. It's that simple. Like, if you cannot stop him, you do not win the game. We know that we're not starting our starting center. I know Weston Richards out for the year, and that's a huge, huge loss when it comes to that front when you're stopping someone as good as Aaron Donald. So we'll see how they can deal with him. Another lineman that had a horrible game last week was Joe Staley. He needs to step it up. I'm just going to leave it at that. On the defense, the only key player I really have is Richard Sherman. He's back this week. Came back a bit earlier, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him. I think he might be a bit limited today, considering that he's coming off a hamstring injury. It was supposed to be – I don't think he was supposed to miss just 1 week, so we'll see what happens to that. Worst case scenario, they can put Mosley in. Mosley needs to step it up, though. Last week, he got picked on a lot. It did not work out for us. So hopefully he can step it up. Hopefully Sherman can get back on the field, do what he needs to be done. All right, let's get into the Rams keys. Let's start with the offense. I think passing game is going to be the best way for them to win. Goff he's been having an up and down year. Just looking at the stats, it's been up and down for him. So he's definitely going to have to perform well to win. I mean, you see the stat. I mean, they're 9. I don't know what the record is, but they're at the playoffs. I think they're like 8. No, they're not 8-7. They're like 8-6 or something like that. I forget. But usually those games where they lose are the ones where Goff really struggles. I know he struggled against us last time, so he's going to need to step it up. Also, we have looming injuries in our secondary. We're still without Tart. Sherman's going to be a bit weak today, I think. And then Witherspoon's obviously had some injuries. Ward's known to be injury prone, even though he hasn't really had any injuries this year, so I'm not too worried about that. Another player from the Niners that is back, K'Waun Williams. I forgot to put that in my key players. but he is back this week. He's coming off a concussion, so he might. I don't think that's gonna affect his game too much. But still, with injuries limited in the secondary, you definitely want to pick at that. For the Rams defense, I think they just need to pressure us. Pretty simple. I think Niners, when we don't get that much pressure, you see it. Like Carolina, we did not get that much pressure. 51-13 win. Packers, once Justin School was out of the game, no pressure at all. 37-9 winners, 37-8 win. I don't even know, but it was something like that. Usually when we don't get pressure, it's the blowouts. And usually when we don't get pressure, we're able to throw it, we're able to pass it, we're able to do whatever the hell we want. So if they can pressure us, which they're very capable of, then they will win the game because that's just going to slow down our offense, slow down everything that we need to be done. All right, key players for the Rams. I have a lot for them. Actually, no, I have 5 for them. So let's start off with Jared Goff. I talked about him enough. He needs to have a good game in order to win. Same with Todd Gurley. I know this is kind of going back to my point about the Niners, so they need to stop the run. Last time it was hard for them to stop with I forget who there was. It was not. It was. I said Darrell Henderson earlier in the video. It wasn't him. It was someone else. If someone could let me know, that would be great. But anyways, I mean, he's not one of those scrubs, so we're gonna have to really stop him today. Really step it up. Our run D. It hasn't been looking that good this year. Looked pretty good last week. Our pass D was the struggle last week, so hopefully we can step it up. And then for the defensive front, Aaron Donald. I've talked enough about him. I feel like he's going to be leading the pressure. Dante Fowler Jr. too. I mean, he could lead the pressure, but Aaron Donald's, I think, more of a threat than him. And then both cornerbacks I have, Darius Williams, as I said, is starting instead of Troy Hill this week. You're going to need he's going to need to have a big game today in order for them to win, because I think the Niners are probably going to want to pick on him early in the game, see what he can do. So, yeah. And then the other cornerback, obviously, is Jalen Ramsey. The only reason I'm really putting him there, obviously, 1, he's an elite cornerback, but 2, he was not there last game. So it's going to be interesting to see what we did to him. Last time we played him, we destroyed him. So hopefully we can keep that up. That was with a much worse team too. So hopefully we can keep that up. My score prediction today, as I said earlier, I think it's going to be a bloodbath of a game. And I have us winning, but and the final score is going to be 30-26. It could really be any way, honestly. Like I do think it's going to be a close game, but that score is that score is not really a good prediction in my opinion. Considering that it could be very high scoring, very low scoring, or it could just be that. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's going to be a bloodbath of a game. Crucial game for both teams. I don't think I need to say more. So yeah, that's going to do it for the pregame stream. I will see you guys during the postgame stream. Thank you for watching, and go Niners.